Alrighty, how's everybody doing? Sorry. Wait, I don't know if you can even hear me. Can you guys hear me? Check this out. Sorry, I had my microphone set to something else here. No sound. Can you guys hear me yet? How's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are enjoying the fucking show today, you guys. You guys watching what's going on around the world here? Good grief, it's been some good stuff. Hope everybody bought their popcorn. Dude, it's been everything I've wanted to do. We're watching it happen live, man. Today, Phase 6 had an effect big time. I'm going to go ahead and explain that in a minute here. 1 second, let me just go live. Let me take a hit. Let me get in the zone. Everybody who's listening that has a rolled blunt, let's smoke one up quick before we start this out. I got a lot to cover, you guys. I'm jacked up. We're gonna have a happy Bigums in the start, and then we're gonna get into some crabbiness. So, a lot to go over. 1 second here. Let me just pop this going. I had a tragedy. So my puppy got attacked last night. He got bit on the neck. It was tragic by this other dog who was walking. We have the sidewalk right in our yard, and he got him right in the neck. And I had to go over there and break it up, but had some stitches. So he's got a little cone on his neck, so that's what took me so long. I had to put his little stuff on his neck and then get his little cone back on. He was just running. He hates those cones, dude. But should have cashed this and repacked it before I started. Alrighty. So, let's start getting into this stuff quick. Yeah, he's alright, man. He had to get some stitches. He's got like 4 stitches, or some staples in him. We'll get him out. He should be good, though. They said they got him right on the fat in his neck, so he yelped, but that was about it. Just scary after the last one, you know? Jesus Christ, I'm like, this one was in the yard. Right in the yard. But either way, let's get started here. So, Phase 6 had a big deal, had a huge part today in what was going on. As you guys can see, it talks about the collateral requirements here in the UK. And I don't think a lot of people understand what's going on over there. And one of the things I said we need to start watching for is the bond market crash. Alright, guys. I'm going to start doing this. Everybody says they hate my handwriting. So I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to go. If I could just drag this shit. And you're really going to make me do it like this? Good grief. Alright. But hey, now people can read it. So we'll do it this way. So. Sorry, a little cottonmouth going. Where's my pen? Bam. There we go. The first thing I said we needed for our MOAS. You're pretty much watching what's happening. What I thought was going to happen in the United States, or what I think is going to happen in the United States, literally happened in the UK. Before we get into all that stuff. You're going to start seeing the housing market in the United States crash. We already went over how the feds have given them about $25 trillion. And that's just in the last 2 years, you guys. 25 trillion bailout by the feds so far. Now we're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff here, but I'm going to go back into the UK and all this. So let's go over real quick what happened in the UK, because I don't think people know what's really going on over there. When people go to issue a bond, what they really are is, it's governments, it's their way of raising money. It's a way for them to people say, you know, hey, come give us money. You know, lend it here, put it here, and by doing that, we're going to go ahead and give you guys interest rates. And while you hold that, you know, basically just hold on to the bond. Now, a lot of people are seeing this. Where is it right here? The word gilts. Gilts are just bonds. They're literally the same thing. But back to what's going on over here. So, basically what's happening is the government went to ask for more money because they just did a whole bunch of tax breaks and things. And actually, you know, it has consequences. Crazy. And they went to go issue more bonds to get more money. And since they did that, a lot of people don't really have faith in their government, in, you know, their plan to ever be able to pay that debt back. So by that means, people are like, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not, the supply or the demand drops. And by that, causes the interest rate to go up. So the Bank of England was giving out these bonds. Stupid. Why should I just start that way? Why don't you just start it white? Who the hell wants it fucking clear? You know what I mean? So basically, you had the Bank of England. They're issuing bonds to raise capital. People thought the bank was never going to be able to repay that debt. So what happened is the interest rate skyrocketed. Now, when that happened, the demand completely dropped. Let me redo that one. So now, the demand for these bonds is dropping. They need to pay more for more people to go ahead and get into these. Well, the problem is phase 6 kicked in. And I told you guys this is what you're going to start seeing. And I'm glad it happened right away. I thought this would happen, I said, about 2 to 3 months down the road, but it actually happened right away. Pretty sweet. Now, we're going to get into what phase 6 has done inside of the United States as well. But when it comes to the UK, what happened is phase 6 raised collateral requirements. And I told you guys they were going to start raising these collateral requirements were going to start becoming an issue. Phase 6 kicked in. It goes to 8 to 50 billion. Guess who has that much? Pensions. Like we went over in my phase 6 video. It's going to start hitting pensions, smaller hedge funds. It's going to start hitting family offices. You're going to start hearing smaller family offices you've never heard of before. And when that starts happening, dominoes are falling. And everything's... I'm jacked. Like, I'm fucking jacked on what's going on. I mean, I'm fucking jacked up, you guys. This is pretty sweet. The banks are getting fucked, and this is exactly what we needed. And they're getting fucked hard. Now, if you look over here, what happened is the pension funds are the number one buyer. Well, I can't say the number one buyer, but what they buy are bonds. They buy what we call long-term bonds. So this is how it affects the pensions. Now, they're holding these bonds, and the collateral requirement kicked in, because now they're saying your bet is more risky. I need you to put down more money. Look. These pensions looked at the banks and they go, I can't afford the new margin requirements in phase 6. I can't afford it. You're going to fuck us up. Well, that is billions of dollars in pensions that were about to be destroyed because they couldn't afford their bets anymore. They were about to get margin called. They were about to margin call the pension funds because they couldn't afford the phase 6 requirements. So what they needed to do this was about to destroy everything. I told you guys phase 6 is a big deal and it's worldwide, and you're going to start seeing dominoes from it because there's going to be these guys that's at the bottom finally. It's the little guys. It's not these guys that are writing the contracts. It's the guys that are already getting fucked over by the banks by these contracts, and now they can't even afford their margins. They can't afford them. And now the Bank of England, the people weren't going to bail them the fuck out. So what the bank had to do to save this was they had to go over and go, holy fuck, we need to buy back bonds. We need to start buying debt now because we're fucked. We need to buy debt because we need these interest rates to go down. Because if they don't go down, we're going to lose every one of these pension funds. And you're going to see billions wiped from everybody. So the bank had to go out, lose money by buying back their debt, their bonds, to lower that rate. And now these pension funds, because of phase 6, because of the bet, they no longer needed to, they no longer God damn it, I can't, no, I'm too high. Alright, they no longer met their margin requirement. They finally met it because the interest rates went down. There we go. They finally met their interest rates because they bought enough bonds to lower the interest rate for them to meet the margin requirement. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright. So, today, England was about to get fucked up. So, Bank of England had to step in and buy up all of these bonds because pensions were done. So, phase 6, you guys, is definitely having an effect. On top of that, in the United States, you've already seen trillions, 4 trillion gone from U.S. market. Why? They need to meet collateral or margin requirements. Where the hell is my first one? I can't believe that one's gone. I always fucking close everything. Pisses me off. Let's try this one more time. God damn it. I think I shared it on this earlier. Yeah, here it is. The collateral requirements. These collateral requirements are worldwide, and they're going to start fucking people up. This is what we've been waiting for. The crash. We're going to get into all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff going. These central banks, the government, everybody is panicking. We're getting smarter, you guys. Way smarter. And I want you guys to see something. Because this is... We're going to get into the Great Reset here in a second. Because it involves this next couple slides here. Alright. So, if you guys don't follow this account, this guy is insanely smart. This dude is insanely smart. Where the hell did I put it? God, I hate when I don't know what to do with it. Here it is. If you guys don't follow this account, I highly, highly, highly recommend following him. I usually don't. This guy never puts out bad information. I feel like every time I've ever seen something from him, it's been nothing but data. It's always data. If you guys look right now, bonds are getting destroyed. If you look down here, we're on pace right now, the 60-40 portfolio. And one of the things I want people to understand is about this natural hedge and with these bonds. And this is why I say when you see these bonds crashing, it's a massive deal. Because most people hedge bonds with stocks. And by... Dude, you got... Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Be such a problem with this stupid cone. It's just a Velcro cone. I don't even know why I got this one. And he just rips it off because it's Velcro. And he can just spin it around. It's not very effective here. So, stocks and bonds naturally hedge. So, a lot of these guys, what they'll do is they'll hedge their position on shorts in those exact stocks. So, when the stock starts crashing with the bonds, they take massive hits. It's like taking a double loss. So, that's why I said right away, the number one thing you want to see, bond market crash. Next thing you want to see, number 2, housing market crash. Now, why is this happening? Why is this what I was talking about? You're seeing it right with UK. Housing market crashing. Their collateral's gone. The bank's collateral, their number 1 collateral, is the housing market. And interest rates. Why do they can't they just do this? So the banks, you know, their top of their totem pole here is housing market. So when the housing market starts going down, these guys are getting railed. That's why you saw 2008. And we're going to get into 2008 and all this stuff here in a minute. They got their interest rate payments. Credit cards are freaking huge for them. They got, you know, people's accounts because they're allowed to use all of their clients' money and pretty much rehypothecate it. Actually, what I should have done instead of us, because instead of us, to be honest with you, they make way more money. They make way more money off student loans. Student loans, honestly, they might be at the top. Well, yeah, student loans might be at the top, to be honest with you, man. Student loans, they were just ridiculous. They were to the point where, like, nobody, that's why they had to do debt forgiveness on them. Student loans are one of the most predatory things. I'm going to put them at the top. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Let's just do it like that. Very simple. Boom, you got student loans. Now you'll have us. Because not many of us have that much money in accounts. Not many much have, you know, these savings where they're just sitting there just raking off most of us. Now, when these banks start taking hits here in the stock market, I mean the housing market, that's a huge domino on top of this pyramid to start to crumble down. They're already taking a hit with the student loan, the debt forgiveness. It's a lot of interest they're losing. That's collateral. It's collateral. Collateral. It's all about making these banks lose collateral. It's huge. It's everything. Number 3, you want the stock market to go down. What you're seeing now, you're seeing trillions being liquidated. Trillions being liquidated. Why? New banking requirements. How do I know they don't like them? We're going to get that in a second. We're going to get into this in a minute. Did I seriously... They're sitting there just blasting. They're crying all about these capital requirements. They're crying about the Phase 6. All these, oh, we have to have more collateral. We can't just do unlimited this and that and this and that. It's bad for America. Good one. It's so bad for America that the banks and all this stuff can't keep up our Ponzi scheme. Yeah, I know. It's such a tragedy. It's such a tragedy. Now, one of the things that Unusual Whales posted, which I thought was pretty interesting, is you've had $9 trillion basically taken from the stock market since Biden. Now, I ain't getting all democratic or political, which we'll get into that later, because I'm going to show you how fucked up your government is, and how they... I'm going to show you guys how they said there's a possibility of a soft landing. I'm going to actually... Let's just go right into that right now, because I'll show you exactly how they're trying to fuck you. So, you know how they say that, oh man, there's a possibility of a soft landing. You know how that soft landing's possible? It's if they can fuck you enough people. How are they trying to do it? Let's go for it. They got their new ninja loans. God, this thing sucks. They got their new ninja loans for minorities. Because why not? Let's fuck them over because they're douchebags. God, I hate the bankers. They're so fucking douchebags. Good grief. Now, they're trying to sell people bonds. And what do I mean by that? Well, bonds are going to shit. So what are they doing? Hey, CNN. You got to get it. You got to push it up. CNN. Buying bonds now. What the hell? Bonds look less boring now to new millennial investors. Oh, really? Why? Because they're going to shit? Younger investors, consider adding bonds to your portfolios. What? Adding bonds to play portfolios is a tactical play for you guys because you're douchebags. Everybody's taking profits and running into stocks, so instead of going into the stocks, hit up the bonds for us. Yeah, we know. Start buying our bad assets. If we can start unloading enough bad assets, we don't have to bail them out as much, and there's your soft landing. We already fucked you guys over enough. That is literally their soft landing. How many of these things can we offload? And of course, they're already doing every single day. How many of the stocks, bad stocks, can we drop off? Now, I'm going to show you guys something here with your politicians. As I just showed you, your politicians are pushing this shit. Along with the media. Everyone, get these fucking bonds, bruh. We love them. They know this shit's going on. They know how all of us are getting fucked over. What are they doing? They're pushing it with them. Yeah, go ahead and get them. They know what's going on. They're, like I said, this shit is unreal. And then on top of that, let's get into more. Because I want you guys to look at this for your... God, this is so stupid. This is one of the stupider things I've ever found out. Like, this is literally the stupidest thing I've ever found out. You have this thing called private equity funds. They're similar to a mutual fund or hedge funds. It's basically a giant pool of investors, blah, blah, blah. But you have to have these certain things. They're going to be in there forever. You have to make a certain amount of money. And what these things do is, as you can see, they basically buy up companies. They pool a whole bunch of money, and they buy up companies. So, Goldman Sachs, a couple days... No, actually, this was last night. So, last night, Goldman Sachs pops off a giant equity fund. They raised $9.7 billion. It's their biggest one since frickin' 2007. They're jacked up. It's their biggest one right before the crash. Huh. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Like I said, you guys, it's all coming together. It's all happening right in front of your eyes, and it's all happening overseas. And you're literally watching the blueprint. This is what we need. Now, to become an accredited investor, think about this. Now, I want you to think of this number. I'm gonna let you think about it for a second. And Chad, if you guys can tell me why this number is important, then we're gonna go ahead and, if you can't tell me within a couple seconds, I'll go ahead and say it. To become an accredited investor and all this stuff, and go ahead and be able to just basically come down here and what they said. Here, watch this. I'm gonna read this out loud for you guys. It planned to invest $300 million to taking control stakes in companies in the financial, business services, as well as healthcare. All right. Look who else is raising them. BlackRock. Before I get into this, let's just see in chat. To be able to become an accredited investor, you need to make about $200,000 a year. Or if you have a spouse, your average salary needs to be $300,000. Now, who makes that amount of money? Who makes about $200K a year? We're gonna do the Jeopardy song. Who makes $200K a year? We're gonna go doot 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 doot. We're gonna see whoever the winner is. We're gonna give them some. No, not doctors. Think about it. Yeah, there you guys go. Everyone's getting it. Politicians. It's fucking politician salary. And the way that they can get into owning companies and shit is they go into these fucking pool of these private equity funds, and guess what? Bam! They just buy fucking companies up. And now you know how the government, how they're getting in on all this shit. Here, come over and fucking come up in this private equity. It's just enough for your salary. It's just perfect. You're an accredited investor. Oh, thank God I'm an accredited investor. Now I can come over to you and we gotta approve you to be into this pool. But if you get into our pool, come on over here and we'll just go over and buy up all these fucking companies. No one will know, and you can start raking in the profits. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Go government officials. And there's also how they make their side cash. Trash. Like I said, the shit is insane. Now back to this. Oh, I'm doing this weird. Let's do it like that. Bam. Can we do it again? Let's go. Alright. Now, we're getting into the MOAS here. We're getting to number 4 in a minute. I'm going to get too off topic here. So I still have a lot of shit to cover before I get into 4. And if I get into 4, we're going to get all over the place. Because I'm going to get really into number 4. Alright. So, in the UK, like I said, you were about to see pension funds crash. Boom. That was basically the recipe. Now these banks had to step in and go, alright, we can't just sit there and do our bailout and all of our bullshit. And that's what you're going to be seeing here pretty soon, I feel. You're seeing in the United States nothing but these bonds, these treasury yields, all of these things raise as we went over in this. The interests are raising. These pension funds are now needing to meet more requirements to hedge their bets, because in the United States, it's the same thing. Pension funds are buying the bonds. The bonds are crashing. People are losing faith. Their interest rates are going up, as we're seeing over and over. You also have the Feds raising rates. And what's going on? You're going to put pressure on these pension funds. Phase 6 is going to kick in. You're now going to see these banks that are issuing these bonds needing to buy back. Well, actually over here, I mean, you pretty much would have the Feds buying back a whole bunch of these bonds that they've been giving out. Or else you're going to see a crash here through the pensions, and it's going to be the same catastrophic thing you would have seen over and over here. They have to step in. Now, when we went over the money bracket, and this is what I'm saying, there's only so many ways. There's only so many ways this can possibly end. So I was telling everyone, just strap the fuck in. This daily price action, all of this stuff doesn't matter. If you know what's going on, if you believe everything we've shown you in this movement, if you know what's all these lawsuits, all these SEC filings, you know everything about these everything. It's just pure corruption across the board. There's only so many ways this ends. There's literally no way out for them. This is why the Feds are freaking out. They have no way out. They're in between a rock and a hard place. If you keep raising rates, you're going to screw up everything. You're going to crash your housing market. No one's going to go out and afford them. You're going to see the crash. I mean, there's no one can afford this stuff. Nobody can afford anything. You have to fight inflation. You have to raise these rates. You're putting pressure on these banks in the back end, and you're putting pressure on the stock market in the back end. So now, the more that they raise rates, you're going to see this fall. The Feds are pretty nervous right now. I'm telling you, they're not having a good place, because they're going to keep seeing these rates in the back end on these bonds. If they don't start fixing this, our bonds are going to start raising, and you're going to see it, basically another UK crisis. The Feds they only have so many ways out. Now, problem for these guys is you have the 1% has all of this money, and they decided to do a trickle-down economic. Now, we all know that doesn't work, because when rich people get more money, they don't put it back into the economy. What they do is they hold on to it. Now, if your economy, you have the 1% up top, you have your middle down here, and you have the poor down here. if the 1% has this much of the pie, and you have this much for your, I mean, your middle class is destroyed. The middle class is gone. It might even be about this. I mean, your middle class is pretty, just so you know what the pizza starts here. I'll do stars in this one. And now everybody's basically living paycheck to paycheck. Everybody, I mean, think of how many people you know that are one, I don't know, accident away, health problem away, losing their job away, from instantly losing pretty much everything if they don't come get help. This is a problem. When the poor start outgrowing the middle, and the 1% is, this is where, I mean, the amount over here is insane. We're talking trillions. I'm not going to keep bringing up the same thing, but I will put this, because this article fucking matters. This article matters, and I want everyone to read it. It is insanely important. Put this in the chat. You guys should be so much wealthier, it's not even funny. Everybody should be so secure right now. Your children, your family, you. Everybody should be having so much better of a life, it's not even funny. This literally breaks down how they've taken $50 trillion from you guys in tax payment, in breaks, in telling you guys that Taco Bell workers can't get a raise. $7.50 is enough. Don't raise minimum wage, because they got to go get real jobs. They can't just be lazy. No. You raise the floor, you raise the middle, you raise every level above it, and you raise the ceiling. And they don't want to keep raising the ceiling. If they can convince you guys not to take more raises, what, you want more than a 2% raise? You're going to have to write me a 75, page paper. Then we'll discuss it, and I'll probably say no. But yet, in the end of the day, your company that you work for, guess what they're doing? Making record profits. Why are they also able to do that? Because they control every single job. These corporate empires are buying up every single small business. Guess what? If you're a small business nowadays, you pretty much have 0% chance of making it. You do. Or, as we find out, you only have so far you can make. Why? Because they'll short and distort you and destroy you. You cannot become competition. Now, back to this chart, because let's get to why this chart matters. How did the rich get rich? The rich got rich because they, number one, own a company. If they don't, I know people be like, well, they might have been born into wealth, blah, blah, blah. But the reason they were born into wealth is because somebody in that family owned a company. So, number one, the way that their main source of income. Think about this. What's their main source of income? Their company. Well, guess what? All of these companies now are losing money. Why? Because they fucked up the economy with inflation and bailing themselves out and just giving them handfuls of cash and cash. This should make you throw up every time you hear it. How is this possible? And no one gives a fuck. This is nuts. This should be literally print every day. This picture right here. I'm going to put it right up. This should be every day talked about. 80% of all US dollars in existence were printed in the last 22 months. $16 trillion, but everyone's broke. $16 trillion went into their pocket. This has been the biggest transfer of wealth This is literally the biggest transfer in wealth from the middle class to the elite in history. And they just printed all the money. They just printed 4 times. Oh my God. They just printed 4 times the amount. And it's gone. It's already in their pocket. And they're getting tax breaks. No one has money to spend. You're raising rates on everything. No one can go out and borrow. No one can go get a loan. No one can go get a house. Everyone's living paycheck to paycheck. And this is why I'm saying, MOAS, everyone, you need to really, truly understand what the hell is going on. And I've been trying to get this through everybody's head to understand this. Because this doesn't, the price shit does not matter right now. What is going to happen in front of your face is ridiculous. This has been... I'm not going to get into that yet. There's only... You're going to have to literally realize what's going to happen here. They have taken everything. So much money. That one. MOAS needs to happen because you need to distribute that wealth back to the middle class. Because that middle class is your country's lifeline. Because your middle class is the one that goes to the stores. Your middle class is the one that goes out and buys the iPhones. Your middle class is the one that has to go get a 55-inch TV, and then a 70, and then this 80, and then a fucking 85. But then they got to go get the brand new version because it's got a little better, whatever, whatever, they got a little better. It's got a little better resolution. Who cares? We're the people that throw it away. So when you destroy that middle class, you destroy your economy. Hence the recession we're in. You've taken from everyone. No one has money to put back into your country. No one does. The United States will continuously get fucked, and it will continuously lose money because all the jobs and everything. Guess what? To bring the competition, they're gone. They're all overseas. For these people making 50 cents an hour. And they're not coming back. For the United States to keep functioning and to survive, that money needs to come back and go back into that middle class. So guess what? It's going to go right back to them eventually, but the middle class is going to survive, and so will your country. But your middle class will go back out and spend again. You need it to fucking come back. If it doesn't come back, I'm going to show you. I told you right now. Oh my God. This was my biggest fear. I call this their black pill. Their poison pill. They're fucking, all right, this is the last resort. We're done. They come out and they crash the economy. They crash the stock market. House market, bond market, which is what's happening right in front of your eyes. And it's just starting. That's the scary thing. It's just starting. By doing this, and by them continuously raising the rates on their bonds, now think about this. In the UK, as I just went over, if your interest rates go up and your bond markets go down, nobody's investing into the United States. That means the United States is not raising capital. I just showed you now, if they're not raising capital and you have nobody in the middle class putting back into the economy, that's right, United States is losing money rapidly, aren't we? Now, where's that money going to? You guys just saw that they raised it from $1 billion to $3 billion in the pension funds. They're already taken from you. They're going to crash those too. They don't care. If they do all this stuff, their last resort, by raising those bonds and by raising all of this, will be to crash the dollar. It'll be to crash this down. You will continuously raise rates. You will go ahead and crash your pensions. You will blame us. And then you will do this. You will do this right here. If we can't convince them through the media to make this a soft landing on us, we'll trigger a great reset. And and I've been talking about this for a long time. Central banks are starting to panic. And you know what they're going to say? You see Powell talking about it all the time. CBDCs. Guess what? They're coming. Guess what? This tweet I put up, I don't know how this doesn't have more. This should have more freaking retweets than anything. Before we get into the tweet itself, let's read what Thomas Jefferson had to say. I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. If the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of their currency, first by inflation, guess what, guys? Seeing that, then by deflation, the banks and corporations will grow up around the banks. They will deprive the people of all property until their children wake up homeless. And, on the continent of their fathers conquered. CBDCs. China, coming on in. China and Russia are now using CBDCs. Swedish. The Swedish, Norwegian, Israel central banks are launching CBDCs. Here you go. We don't like cryptocurrencies. They're bad. Why? Because it's free banking. God forbid we have free banking in the world. Instead of free banking, central banks need CBDCs. They are required to maintain the role of the central bank. Why the fuck do we want the role of the central bank, who just fucked everything up with money, be in charge of the CBDCs? Why the living fuck would we want them to maintain control of it? What? Fuck off, bitch. I don't even know your name. Chief Lazard. Go fucking suck a dick, you old dumb guy. I fucking hate these rich fucking... This guy right fucking here. This is why I'm heated. Look at this shit. He's literally talking about this is what's going to happen with the banks and the corporations and the politicians. And guess fucking what? Here we are at the fucking hearing of the banks. My little girl is over here is going to come work for you guys. Oh, her dad already does. Duh. If I saw this guy, I'd break his fucking nose. Look at this dude. Look at that smile. He knows he can break the law, steal billions of dollars, and nothing will ever happen to him. Look at that fucking smug face. God, I want to punch him in the... Look at that nose. Look at that douchebag. It's literally them standing on the balcony, pointing down and laughing at you guys again. It's the same shit. They're pointing down, they're laughing, go, we're laughing at the United States sheeple because they're too dumb to figure it out. We're all best friends giving each other hand jibbers in the back. You gave me such a good hand job last night. Oh, I know. Wait until I see that girl's dad that's coming to hang out with you guys. Oh, I can't wait to try out that new Carol in your cabinet. We're passing them around. And then watch this. And then what? I'm not even going to get into the Goldman sexual allegations and all this new stuff coming out. They're all douchers. They're all complete douchers. This is their goal. The CBDCs. They gotta maintain control. It's all about control. Why? CBDCs are programmable. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They can track your shit, tell you can't buy this, shut your money off on a whim. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can limit how much you can spend on this. And then they can say, hey, we got to do this for your own good. Look, you clearly don't know how to manage money because your credit score sucks. So by your credit score, we're going to give you an allowance. Because guess what? We own your credit score. We control your fucking credit score. So now we can control your spending. Fuck off. Blow us. That's their job. They want to control it all. If you don't vote my way, if you don't agree with something, if you try to revolt, if you try and start some criminal shit, whatever we need to do, whatever we view criminal, even if it's fucking some stupid thing, if you don't pay some parking tickets, hey, you didn't pay your parking tickets, until you do, we're gonna shut off your CBDCs. Yeah, we know. Total control. That's all they want. They just want total fucking control. So, either a MOAS happens because that wealth, you cannot, look, you can't print out more money. Why do you think inflation's higher than it's ever been? Because they just printed all this fucking money. What are you gonna do? Let's fight inflation by printing again and causing more inflation? You can't. You can't keep printing. So now they're at this point where basically cash is pretty much strapped up. So now you either need to look in the mirror and go, we need to say, let's give them something, because if we don't, the whole fucking economy's gonna crash. Or they're gonna say, fuck it, let's crash and start on over and just do CBDCs and go, it's a matter of security of the nation. Yeah, we know it is. We gotta get rid of crypto. We gotta just get rid of crypto because you know what? It's free banking. If we do CBDCs, it's your way out. She just said it to you. I don't want you to have a way out of my control. If you have fucking cryptocurrencies, you can get away. You now have money. You have whatever value in money that you sell it in. Yen, dollar, whatever the fuck you need to sell it in. It's free money. We can control the value. The banks fucking can't if they're not in charge of it. We gotta fuck up crypto right now. We gotta get rid of it. You guys, now that crypto's fucked up, we gotta go to CBDC because the dollar's fucked too. Yeah, I know, because you fucked it. So I said, if we see CBDCs, kicking, I can't say what I want to say. We need to start making some rapid changes. Rapid changes. Like this, CBDCs cannot happen. You will literally be slaves to them through whatever the fuck they want, which we already are enough. Good grief. Everyone in the world's testing them out. Powell literally just brought them up and just talked about how they won't be privatized and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know. You got to track them. They're literally going to be a tracking system. They're going to be a tracking system as well. They're going to track everything. It's just a fucking joke, dude. But where's my little MOAS one? Got too many of these damn things open. I want my MOAS one. Here we go. Now, the feds are based. This is what I told everyone. Just get ready. It's all coming to plan. Everything's gonna crash, and they're literally out of time. It's been tick tock, tick tock. The feds have given them 25 trillion. They're pretty much strapped up. They really are. Because if they print more money, we will go frickin' ballistic. And you can't have riots. You can't have higher inflation. You cannot print and give. You're pretty much strapped on what you can give Wall Street. And over here, you've already given 2.9 trillion to the banks on bad mortgage-backed securities. So, the feds are pretty much like, yo, we're kind of done right now. You guys got to find a means of somewhere else. Which is why they're trying to move into the treasury market. Because it's the most liquid market left. But by doing that, and by shorting that, and by destroying that, you are causing interest rates to rise. That's what I'm telling you, which will cause the pensions to fucking crash. Just like in the UK. That's why it's like, you guys, you're literally watching it happen literally watching the future happen right in front of your eyes. And this is number 4. I don't know why this one's this one's going so damn small for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, what the hell, dude? Stupid ass thing. Hate how they do this every time. It's just like, just make it the same fucking size. Alright. Now, you're going to see the rates in the treasury market increase to where either now the feds are going to have to buy back bonds, just so the pension funds, like we just went over, can survive. So the feds basically now need to make a choice. This is why I told everybody, protect yourself in the ways I told you to do it. Well, I can't tell you how to do it. The ways I didn't tell you how to do it, let me rephrase that. The ways I do it is land, physical gold, memes. Why memes? Meme stocks. If you got in on AMC and these meme stocks at a small price, yes, they're going to crash, but guess what? You're still going to have, if you're in the right ones, which is why I push AMC. AMC is a majority owned by retail. GME. Now, when the stock market's going to crash and crash and crash, who is going to be the one selling? Institutions. Now, institutions are going to be selling stocks that they're majorities in. You're going to be seeing all of these stocks, which you've already been seeing, $9 trillion wiped away. You're going to be seeing, we don't have $9 trillion. The people who that got wiped away from is them. They're going to keep on wiping it away and wiping it away. And you're going to keep seeing all these blue chip stocks that were once blue chips that you're seeing, like Netflix and all this stuff, just plummet. You're going to keep seeing these things go down. All these bank stocks, they're going down. Everybody's going down. Credit ratings are a piece of shit. Now, how in the hell can the entire world be broke? How can everybody's dollar be just plummeting? Because nobody believes in anyone's fucking government. Everyone's currency's going down. The yen, everyone. When these institutions start selling out the stocks that they're majority in, AMC will plummet down to a certain amount. But guess what? Retail will hold that strong. So that money will go down to a certain amount, but then after that point, it'll go right back up. Compared to having it in a 401k, these pensions that these fuckers are basically stealing from. That is why I believe in these. That's why I believe in a squeeze will still happen. Because while we all hold all this stuff, they still have short positions. So why they're liquidating everything else just to meet margin requirements, you're now putting pressure on these guys. And this is why I said we need it for the squeeze in the first place. Pressure. You guys have an opponent. Nobody seems to think about that. They worry about the price action every day. Who cares? Worry about when your opponent has to do a margin call. That's it. By liquidating all their stuff, now these short positions, which were, not a big deal, they're going to start becoming a deal. They're going to have to go, all right, which ones are we going to have to cover? Which ones can we afford to cover? And they're going to have to start covering them. They have no choice. If they sit there and start selling off all of these, and all of these too much to a certain point, guess what? Retail now holds all of these. Retail's majority owner again. Majority owner of all these other stocks. We're in what is called a bear market because they need to liquidate all of their stocks. If retail suddenly majority owner at the end of the bear market and it starts coming back up, they're fucked. if we're all sitting there holding everything and we all buy on the dip of the bear market? There's no way fucking out for them. There's no way out for them. They're fucked. They are fucked. I've been telling you guys this forever. If you hold, if you relax, if you guys see what is going on, if you stop watching the line and start watching the world, watch what they have. Learn your opponent. What does your opponent have as collateral? What's going to put pressure on them? The bonds, all of these things, the pensions going down, all this stuff. You need these bankers. The banks. It's all about the banks. The crime starts with the banks and ends with it. If we take out JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, all of these fucking pieces of shit that work with cartel, do all the illegal shit, the war on drugs would be won. The war on drugs would be won if these banks were gone. Tons of predatory loaning would be gone. All of this corruption would be gone in this country. The banks having complete control of your politicians. Them having this inner circle. Politician, go over here and then come work for my bank. Politician, go over there. Now come work for my bank. Politician, go over here. Guess what? We need you to pass some laws. We need you to pass some laws. Go over here. This state's fighting us. We need you to go over here and be a politician. You're now blue. Okay. Whatever you need me to do. Now go pass those laws for us, and when you're done, come over here and we have a cushy job for you. Fucking 12 figures. Whatever we need it to do. Let's get it done. That is what's going on. The bank is in fucking control, just like Thomas Jefferson said. If we don't stop it, that's what's happening. It's going to happen. And there it is. There it is. They literally did it again. I mean, everything you've learned in fucking school about this country is just basically bullshit. Go to school, get a good job, you'll be able to retire. Maybe go try a business out. And if it's super successful, you can be rich like us. No, you can't. Go to college. It's really good for you. You'll make great jobs. You're already making us pay all that in the loan back itself. So that really great job that you're talking about, I don't really see the benefits of that super great job until what? 15 fucking years down the line? And now by the time, yeah, it's great. I got it. You know, I'm gonna be wealthier then, but you're again super fucking, you're way older. You're about 30 years anyway. So it doesn't matter. It's all about this 50 trillion. Dude, it's all about us making sure that these pieces of shit make the top dollar. I mean, look at this. Where the hell's this thing? No, it was like 2 days ago here. I don't think this is it. God damn it, I can't remember what I wrote. Alright, so Goldman. I put it up on my thing here. I don't know if I really want to. Whatever, I'll just keep talking about it until I can find it. So Goldman fired a whole bunch of people. They're firing a whole bunch of people. And then they came out and said, oh my god, we're going to have to cut back bonuses. Now think how fucked up that is. That means Goldman went out. And this is how you know these guys are in fucking trouble. Number one, I showed you in the derivatives market. These guys are over leveraged 200 to 1. 175 to 1. This is JP. This is Goldman. Bank of America is at 125 to 1. Now, first of all, who the hell can be this over leveraged anyone? Who the fuck can be this over leveraged? Who can have out 200 times what they own to 1? No one. But these bankers can. Now, these pieces, oh my god, it's literally ridiculous. They took 2008, they took all of that money that we gave them from the bailouts, and instead of fucking paying the shit off and fixing the problem, they went over, they doubled down on all of their positions. Why? Oh, COVID. We can make
a killing. We got COVID coming up. All this shit. We could just sit there and do whatever we need to do. Fuck them. They'll never figure it out.
Buddy, stop looking at that, please. Give me. Hey, you gotta stop looking at that Velcro.
Oh, I'm supposed to give him his pills. Hey, can you guys give me 1 second? I just gotta go put this pill in a little thing of ice cream and just give it to him. It'll just take 20 seconds. He's gotta do it at... I'm already late. He's supposed to do it at 10:30. Give me 1 second here real quick. Let me go get this puppy that... His little antibiotic and his pain med real quick. Break this fucker in half. Alright, give me 1 second here. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Alright, so if you guys ever have to give your dog any kind of pill, yeah, put it in a little ice cream. I promise you 100% of the time it'll work. Alright, now that he's had his medicine, let's get back to what we're talking about. What we're looking at. Oh, yeah. Derivatives market, banks, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's going on about now. Well, know what it is? It's a perfect time for some MacCore's fanny pack, and let me go get readjusted quick. And we'll get back in the state of mind here once we hear our fanny pack. Oh man.
Yeah, Coors Light. You know what it is. Haha. Moon King. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. Don't you want a Matt Kors fanny pack? Yeah. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. Maybe. Don't you want a Matt Kors fanny pack? Yeah. LT Gray, get into the money. Yeah. I got adjustable straps, right size, a small pocket on the inside. Yeah, I know you like that. That's right. You can go to a festival. Yeah. Or even vacation. Or be like me. Just keep your hands free. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. Don't you want a Matt Kors fanny pack? I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. Don't you want a Matt Kors fanny pack? I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. $30.99. Yeah, you can look so fine. Yeah, you can look so mean. Yeah, in your new mom jeans. Yeah, water resistant. Yeah, got top zippers. Yeah, with two sliders. It's customizable. Yeah, I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. Don't you want a Matt Kors fanny pack? Yep. I just want a Matt Kors fanny pack. I do. Don't you want a Matt Kors fanny pack? Yeah. Don't you want to sell your shares? Yep. Don't you want to subscribe? I do. Yeah. Don't you want to spin it? on me right now. Super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat. I just want a Mac Course fanny pack, fanny pack. Don't you want a Mac Course fanny pack, fanny pack? I just want a Mac Course fanny pack, fanny pack. Don't you want a Mac Course fanny pack? I do. I just want a Mac Course fanny pack, fanny pack. Don't you want a Mac Course fanny pack? Yep. I just want a Mac Course fanny pack. I do. I just want a Mac Course fanny pack. Yeah, yeah. LT grade, Course Light, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what it is. Yeah. Guys, don't forget to click and subscribe. Better. This song was also sponsored by the bartender. Yeah. So make sure you tip the bartender. We got something going on. I need the money. I just want a Mac Course fanny pack. Fanny pack. Don't you want a Mac Course fanny pack? Yeah. Come and get the joggers. Come and get the joggers. Don't you like the Mac Course LT grade joggers? Joggers. Joggers, yeah.
I just want to again thank Phil for real. He is the DJ of this channel. He's got a couple. If you guys don't know about Billy, he even put out a banger about Billy. Make sure you guys go check out Phil for real. He does all the classic music, His Billy song just cracks me up here too. I'm not gonna play the Billy song, but I'm gonna put it in the comments. All right. Now that we've had some fun, does anyone have any questions? I feel like I've ranted for about an hour and a half straight. Now that we went over what's happening with UK, the bonds, the crash. Pretty much what's happening going to be happening here in the United States, the CBDCs, how bonds are crashing like you've never seen. I mean, this is on pace to be the second worst year in history. Like I said, guys, this crash is going to be fucking bad. It's going to be bad. Play the Billy. You guys really want me to play the Billy? If I get at least 25 ones, I'll play the Billy. Nah, I'll let y'all play Billy. Alright, let's see if play some Tupac. Shouldn't I play some Coolio, man? Since he passed away today, we should, honor some Coolio. I remember when I watched him on Keenan and Kel, dude, right on the music video right away. Legend. Fucking Coolio. God, I'm seeing a lot of ones here. Alright, we'll go ahead and play the Billy song. It's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. We'll play the Billy. Phil, you're going to be a legend here, buddy, after this. Go to his page. I love his Billy song. I think it's fucking legendary. Alright, this is in honor of Coolio. We'll go ahead and play this one more time.
I'm going to the store. Okay. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Just be safe, okay? I promise. Okay, be safe. Come on, Fido. Let's go. There was a boy full of dreams. It sounds so good, but it's not what it seems. As he's walking his dog down the street, a semi-truck knocked him off of his feet. Save Billy, 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 Billy. 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 The dogs in town are looking around. They're betting that Billy won't make a sound. There is a way to save the day. APE is the way. Save Billy, 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 Billy. Save Billy, 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 Billy. Save Billy, 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 Billy. Save Billy, 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 Billy. Yeah, let's go. Breaking news, a child was just hit in the road by a semi-truck. Wow. It seems like he's not going to make it. Yes, you heard that right. Even though there's everything that's saving this poor child, the doctors still believe that he's still not going to make it. So what do we do? Save Billy, 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 Billy. Save Billy, 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 Billy. Save Billy, 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 Billy. Save Billy, 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 Billy.
Hey, look, there's the original Billy drawing. That's the first Billy drawing I ever drew.
Yeah. After a year and some change of being in a coma, little Billy has made it out his coma.
Wow.
That's right. Despite everything that the doctors were saying, little Billy still had a chance, and a little bit of the transfusion worked, and here we are.
I need more of
and
that.
now little Billy could go to your local movie theater, maybe specifically an AMC movie theater.
Fuck it, let's get some popcorn.
And he can make it.
Yeah.
He can actually go watch a movie and see everything he wants to see. Yeah, he's owed that.
He is owed. He's a stick
You
figure.
deserve a little Billy, don't you?
Yeah, I want to draw one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So do yourself a favor
Yeah.
and just save Billy, Billy, Billy.
Alright, once again, that is the DJ of this channel. Feel for real. There's a stage channel there. Please go follow him. He does some pretty good rants too. I mean, he talks about a lot of information, but yeah, he makes a lot of good videos. He makes fun of the movement. I love Phil, man. It's some good stuff. Does anybody have any questions that you want me to get into? Quick recap. We went over the MOAS, all the stages that are going to happen before it. We went over the UK crash, why it happened, how it's going to happen here in the United States. Went over banks, what their collateral is and what we need to take out to cause the banks to collect on their master agreements with the market makers and other banks. And by doing that, you could fuck up the DTCC finally, and they will no longer be able to forgive margins like in the GameStop report. They'll have to collect on that money instead of be able to just forgive Citadel and Robinhood. What else did we went over? Oh, we went over the Federal Reserve's definition of a soft landing. By that, they mean if they can sell enough of us ninja loans and and shit bonds. As you can see, they're pushing shit bonds. Democrats are pushing the shit bonds. Like I said, it's both fucking sides. Ninja loans to the banks, to minorities, and if they can unload enough of their bad stocks. As you guys see, they've been doing that forever. What else we went over? Oh, we went over why the United States is going to crash, because trickle economics do not work. On top of that, you've destroyed your middle class. Your middle class is the people who put in the money into your economy. And because you're destroying your treasury rates, the interest rates are going up to high points to where pensions and other people cannot buy money. And if you cannot sell bonds as a country, you are unable to raise capital, which means that you're relying on your people to make money. And as you guys see, we're in a recession. So the United States is not producing money, and they're unable to raise more and more capital because the interest rates are going up. What else did we go over? Crash of blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. How they either need to go ahead and... Why are you not utilizing the Discord for this information? What Discord? Oh, my Discord? Man, I haven't gotten that thing. I don't know, man. I don't really go into that as much. If I'm home, I usually am doing this. I haven't been in that Discord in so long, man. I work all day, man. I have a company to run. Or I'm usually with my wife. I don't really have a lot of time to sit in Discord. Sorry, buddy. But I mean, I usually put my links in there so people, if they want to join, it can. I mean, the reason I made that Discord, man, I just wanted the community to have a place. Like, it's not even my Discord. I want everybody to just go join it, just go have fun, meet people, go play. That's the point of this community, man. Go into my Discord and meet people, go learn whatever, learn through each other, learn through my videos, do all this stuff. I mean, this was all for you guys. Go have a place to play video games. I mean, this was such a massive community to. How the hell do you get... I hate that it's hidden. Everyone here, you want to join that Discord? There you go. Use that Discord as your own community Discord. I mean, I'll join it as much as I can. You guys can message me. If I ever see a box right here, I will click on it 100% of the time. So, I mean, like I said, guys, just come into my Discord. Use it as your own. Everyone wants a place where to go. Here you go. I mean, I'll join it. If we get enough people in that Discord and they're playing video games, I'll go in there and fucking play games with you guys. I'll download whatever we want. I don't care. I mean, we don't always have to go over the gloom and doom of life here, which we call the fucking financial market, stock market, and everything else to do with politicians. What else we got going on? Last recap. Oh, we went over places to put your money. Sorry, I forgot a big one. Credit unions. Why? Credit unions are not over leveraged, so when the crash happens, your money will be safe in a credit union. Physical gold, guess what? They can't take physical away from you, so you do not buy gold stocks. Gold stocks are a no-no. Physical gold is a yes. Land, that's a yes. Meme stocks, as we went over, institutions are going to liquidate everything. They're going to first go to their blue chips, and guess what? Blue chips are fucking crashing. That is where $9 trillion has left the market already. So that's a quick recap on that. And then we just went over how they didn't learn in 2008. So there's a pretty good recap. I showed you how politicians become what we call accredited investors, which they can join private equity funds. And through that private equity funds, as you can see, they come over and they take over majority. Basically, they just buy up companies. They come over and just buy up companies. Right here. Sorry. They plan to take over controlling stake in companies. They just come over and buy them up. And that's how your politicians can own companies without letting you guys know. Goldman went out and bought one, and they did the highest one they've ever done. Why? Because all the politicians and rich people can afford to do it. Why we can't afford to do anything. We live paycheck to paycheck. We went over how they want to print all this money. The feds are stuck. Greatest transfer of wealth from the middle to the elite. And we went over how we should have all had about $50 extra trillion between the middle and the lower class. But we let them get away from this for so long that this is over a course of 45 years. Once again, I'll post all these links. In case you guys want to see what's going on with those. Yeah, I put them all in there. I'll make sure you guys. What you eating, baby? Hey. How the hell did you get that? Sweet boy, how about you eat this bone instead? You gotta take it easy today. You gotta take it easy. How about you eat this? It's a brand new bone, baby. There you go. Alright, sorry. Like I said, if you guys just joined, my puppy got bit on the neck. There's a sidewalk in my yard, and he went over to be all nice and friendly, and then this dog bit him in the neck, and he had this giant gash. So I mean, he's got a cone on. He had to get some staples. So I gotta make sure he's all right here. He keeps chewing. He keeps getting that thing off his neck because it's just this Velcro stupid cone, and he's just chewing on it. It's like, God damn it! I don't know how to. I gotta like tape this fucker all the way or something. All right. Now that we've done a recap, we went over a lot of stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and just answer. Anyone have any questions at all? If not, I might just call this one early. I'm gonna put up just a couple of 10-minute clips here about some things that we went over. A lot of people keep asking me for recap videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of those real quick. But I gotta make sure this doggy's all right. I want to give him some attention here, man. He's kind of loopy right now. He's got some pain meds, so I gotta make sure he's okay here. So like I said, he's a black lab and a golden retriever mix. They call him a Labrador retriever. He's the sweetest dog ever, man. I love this dog. He's such a sweetheart. So it just sucks because I'm all nervous, you know, maybe because he used to be so friendly to dogs, and now I'm scared he might be scared of dogs. I haven't been able to get him around a dog yet. And last time I tried to let him out to go potty at night because it happened at nighttime. He's panicking. He won't like leave my side. He's all right. We'll get him figured out. But all right, let me. Yes, I crash before midterms. No, I don't think they're gonna crash before midterms. I think they're gonna go ahead and do whatever they can to push it off after midterms, and that way, if they lose, they can go ahead and say, well, it's their fault. I think it's gonna happen. I think that to start seeing the real full effects of Phase 6 here in the United States, I thought it would take about 3 months because they opened up all those contracts. But you're already seeing Phase 6, like I said, happen right over in UK, and it almost literally just ended their economy. So, that's a big deal. Like I said, Phase 6 is no joke, you guys. Just give it some time. Phase 6 collateral requirements literally almost destroyed pension funds. Silver, I mean, yeah, any physical commodity is going to be valuable. When money and dollar are worthless, you want things like that are physical. What's wrong? Alright, he looks like my puppy's bleeding here on the side a little bit. I'm gonna go, you guys, I'm gonna put that Discord up once again. You guys, like I said, please utilize this Discord, you guys. Use it as much as you can. If you need me, I'm right at the top here on the side. Message me on that. If you can't get a hold of me on YouTube, I try to look at stuff on YouTube comments as much as I can. But like I said, I mean, I'm running a company and I have a wife, and this puppy needs a lot of attention too. So I mean, I don't have a lot of time. Plus, I have Twitter nonstop. So, like I said, I'm gonna put that in one more time before I go. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets it. I know, baby. You're in pain. I will be there in 1 second, honey. Alright. Here you go, you guys. Everybody, again, come in here. Alright, thank you guys so much. I will, like I said, I'll put out some videos for everybody that just joined or whatever and doesn't have time. I'll put out some quick 10-minute videos here when I get some time. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it, and have a good day.